Oh, we are live. I gotta give Randall opportunity to say something. I asked him about his day. He's like, "Hey man, just like any other day, let's fucking go." And I was like, "Wow, you kind of sound like my sister there," because she's just like, "I don't know what you want. Let us do the thing that we're here for."
Are you not
So,
entertained?
welcome to the Larry and Randall show. We're talking about Drive Angry today, a 2011 film starring Nicolas Cage and Amber Heard and William Fichtner. Top three
Yeah.
guys. A guy named Billy Burke who looks really familiar to me, but I don't remember what I
He was
know
in
him from.
two things: Mafia, spoof movie on the Godfather films. He's in
Okay.
that.
All right.
And then he was on a TV show called Revolution.
Oh, that's what I know. That's what I know him from. Man, I love that show. I'm a little sad that show didn't keep going.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, that was
NB-
cool.
NBC wanting to be like Fox and just cancel a bunch of good shows.
I just that show's kind of haunting, man, because it's just like people just camping, just traveling around, trying to figure shit out, running into Jeff Fahey every once in a while.
Yeah,
I just loved everything about that show in a way that made me ignore Jericho when that was on.
I never
Right?
saw Jericho.
Yeah, me neither, because I was like, oh, it's the collapse of mankind. Okay, great. I don't want that's not going to be entertaining to me now. And then Revolution came out and it was like, yeah, okay, well, it's the collapse of mankind. Everybody likes post-apocalyptic stuff, but our take is that there's no power.
Yeah,
And for some reason I really like that. I thought that was cool.
yeah.
I love The Postman, that movie. I know that's a weird take for a guy who likes quality stuff.
Costner, right?
Yeah, yeah, but I mean, like I read the short story when it was out, and Asimov's amazing stories or fucking whatever that was, and then David Brin expanded it into a book, and I love that. And then the movie came out, and I love that, and like I couldn't believe that people just didn't get like how cool that was. And so anyway, I just Planet of the Apes, Logan's Run, anything after after the apocalypse, I just love. So I was all in for uh, Revolution in a way I wasn't for Jericho, which I can't really explain. Like I saw the ads for it, it just kind of looked like, hey, post apocalyptic 90210 kids, and
Yeah.
I was like, I don't care.
Was that like a Showtime show?
No, it was network. It
It
was
was
on
network.
for yeah, it was like on for a couple of years. It had like a pretty big fan base that did the writing campaign thing that Star Trek pioneered and kind of saved it for either the back nine in the first season or actually got a second season.
Hmm.
And I just sort of I knew it was on and I know friends of mine liked it, but like it just never made an impact. So when Revolution started, I'm like, I kind of feel bad that I just blew off Jericho. But I mean, I've blown off a lot of stuff like that I should like The Colony with Josh Holloway. Never seen a minute. Like, sometimes it's
Oh,
just
Colony. Yeah, yeah, yeah.
sometimes it's just enough to know that these things exist.
Remember Terra Nova?
Yeah, yeah, I watched all of that. That's the Spielberg shows though. They didn't need me to help them out.
Yeah.
Like I loved Earth 2, I loved Terra Nova, but like Spielberg shows up and goes, I'm not getting out of bed without a 2-season commitment. And all the networks go, yes, please, please, Mr. Spielberg, come and then we get shit like I don't even remember the name of it, but Halle Berry as an astronaut that like gets pregnant when no one's around, and it's a
I
it's a
don't know
little
that one.
space baby. Yeah, I don't know. It had a one word thing. I don't know. It was terrible,
Yeah.
but it went for 2 seasons because it was Steven Spielberg. Anyway, let's see. What do we got here? Sagasag. I watched Jericho instead of Revolution. Yeah, it seemed like it was one of those things, right? Like if you were a Jericho fan, like you weren't going to care about Revolution because it was kind of the same thing. It was like in 1975 when you could watch The Invisible Man, and then it got canceled because he was married, and then they made the exact same show with the exact same producers and writers called Gemini Man, except he's a secret agent now, and he's not married, so you can have chick of the week, and then still crash. But that's what happens in TV. Who's this? X Demon. I feel like I should know who that is. X Demon, the show where everyone rated Academy sports and outdoor shows after the collapse of society. Yeah, that was kind of the fun part of that show because they didn't really make a big deal about it. It's just, like half of a. Oh, it's Todd Gross, of course. Hey, man, Todd asked some funny thing about Speed Racer today.
Oh, okay.
Anyway, here we are. It's so funny. I was giving you a hard time for showing up at 5:29:57, and I don't get to ask you what you have for dinner or anything. And that's why I said you sound like my sister. It's like, come on, let's just do what we're here for. And but I had the opposite day where like Todd Gross is asking me on Facebook about hey, do you it's too much to go into. But basically he made some kind of funny joke about how I should dress up like Pops Racer and go out on date night with Mimi, and it turned into this funny thing. But
that would be a cool look.
Nah. I'm not gonna shave my beard just to get a mustache and like, come on, man. You don't spend all the time growing this thing to dress up like Santa Claus and then.
No, you can keep all that and just put like the Racer X mask.
If I kept all this, I'd dress up like Kurt Russell in Hateful Eight because that's what my mustache wants to do right now.
Nice.
Yeah. Lots of stuff today. My friend I was trying to send my friend Simon stuff to Denmark, and UPS wanted $1,300. And I was like,
oh, yeah. I mean, I work for the UPS store, so I know.
I'm like, $1,300. And they were like, yeah, man, I don't know what to tell you. And I was like, okay, cool. And I went over to the post office, and it was $50.
Well, my theory is that UPS doesn't do too many international shipments.
Oh, that must be it.
So when they do it, they're going to charge a lot because they don't do it a lot.
Yeah, cool. But for $1,300, I could have got a plane ticket to Denmark and gave it to him.
Yep.
You know what I mean? Like, it doesn't make a lot of sense. But Pops Racer, the winter years. Yeah. Pop Racer. All right, man. So what do we have for dinner?
I'm just eating snacks.
I had an American Wagyu burger with pepper jack cheese.
Oh man, that sounds good.
It was pretty good. Had some cubed up watermelon. Watched the news. I even set my timer for 5:20 so I wouldn't be late.
Nice. No, I'm eating like macadamia nut cookies. Just like kind of like coconut chocolate.
Man,
this is really good. And then I got like some cashews in there.
Let me send you my FedEx number and you can mail me some of those. That sounds amazing.
Yeah.
Except don't, because it was Thanksgiving and Mimi made all these ginger cookies that were so good. I was like, I don't eat a lot of that stuff. You're old and you're not supposed to, but I fucking had 8 of those cookies. They were so good.
Oh man.
Yeah, they were amazing. Anyway, so you had time to watch the movie, right?
Of course.
Dude, are you going to thank me for telling you to watch this brilliant movie? I had so much fun watching it again. And I've seen that 10 or 15 times.
Nice.
And I was just like, I'll see that again, man. That's great.
Yeah, no, I definitely got to see it again. Only mainly because like there were parts of the movie where, because it was so late at night, I was like nodding off as I'm watching it. Yeah. So finally I was just like, you know what? Let me stop it where I'm at right now. I'll wake up early this morning and finish it. That's which cool. I did. It all worked out.
Yeah, nice.
Yeah.
There's some subtle stuff that you really have to pay attention to. You don't have to. You get the idea of the movie, but it rewards you if you're paying attention, seeing it a second time, because Nicolas Cage says a lot of stuff about his daughter in the past tense.
Yeah.
And you well, do you want to just tell everybody? Let's tell everybody about it first.
Yeah.
Do you want to? I'll start it off, and then you can jump in because you're chewing.
Yeah.
But basically, a guy named John Milton, which is crazy, right? That's the guy who wrote Divine Comedy with the 8. No, he wrote. What did he write? What did? See, I know all the stuff. It's better to serve in. No, better to reign in hell than serve in heaven.
Yeah.
That's a line from it. Milton, what the hell did he write that's so important? It's about, the war between heaven and hell. It's not Dante wrote the Divine Comedy, so it's not him. Damn, I can't remember. I didn't even look it up because I was like, oh, come on, everybody knows that one, and I forgot. But basically, it's funny that the character that Nicolas Cage plays is named after that guy that wrote
Okay.
whatever the hell that is. So it's kind of funny. And but basically you find out pretty early that he's a dead guy who's escaped from hell to save his grandchild, whose parents have been murdered by a devil worshiper. And that's fucking awesome. I was telling, did you see the thumbnail that I did of Walker and I were just trading stuff? I was like, hey man, you got to watch Drive Angry. He goes, oh, is that what you and Randall are watching? And I'm like, yeah, it's like Black Diamond if Nicolas Cage was a human Hellboy and listened to the Baby Driver soundtrack the whole time. And he's like, oh, I should watch that. And I'm like, you goddamn right. Thank you, Todd. Son of a bitch. Paradise Lost. For some reason, I had such a brain freeze on that. Thank you. And nobody else everybody wanted to watch me twist in the wind for not realizing. Fucking, I can tell you my phone number in Richardson, Texas when I was 6 years old. 269-8257. But not that fucking John Milton wrote Paradise Lost. What an asshole. Anyway, take all that. It's like, oh my God. I don't even know where to start. But that's basically the plot. And it's great. I found out one cool thing about it when I just looked up to see what year it was. It was 2011.
Yeah.
And you can tell that was originally called Drive Angry 3D, right? Because you have let's see if I can do this in front of the camera. William Fichtner's flipping the coin into turning it into the Doctor Who's psychic paper, and
yeah,
it's his FBI thing. Anyway, I'm feeling a little disjointed today because there's so much to talk about. Like Amber Heard as a 21-year-old. Yes, thank you very much.
Oh, she was 21?
I don't know. Probably. She looked it. When I first saw it, I thought that she was Milton's daughter. But it's just like some rando he ran into. It's like, yes, I've chosen you. And you sort of have, he says, I've picked you to take care of it. And you sort of have to think that since they have all the access to what's going on in the real world, world, the human world, that maybe he did a little research on his way for busting out, which was just basically driving that cool car across the bridge. Like there's just a giant bridge from hell across the river Styx, one assumes, into the real world. Yeah. And then when he goes back, you see the bridge is disappearing behind him. So I remember I was talking to some comics fan, when that movie came out, and I said, that whole movie is a metaphor for breaking into comics, right? and he's like, what? What do you mean? That's crazy. It's just more that like you're in your own situation and you want to go do something, and you figure out a way to get out of where you are or into comics. But once you figure that out, everybody around you stops it and they kind of seal up. Mark Bernardin had a great thing. He said it was like breaking out of prison. That like breaking into comics is like breaking out of prison. The second somebody does it, they seal up the hole behind them, and so no one else can do it until somebody else figures out a new way to do it for them.
Yeah, that's a good one.
That's kind of like what it seemed like to me with they destroyed the bridge on the way back. It's like, all right, he figured out a way that we left this one service bridge open. He figured out a way to get out. Now we have to get rid of that. Or
Amber Heard is a representation of the person trying to get into comics, and they just get lucky and they have someone like Nicolas Cage's character in their life, and then that person's like, I choose you. and basically they're like,
I'll
let you in.
The sword in the stone thing, right? You've been invited in by your skill or ability. Yeah, that works too. Here's the one thing the little data point I found out that her boyfriend that I guess it's William Fichtner who takes him out with a baseball bat. He breaks it in half and he stabs him in the side, and then he puts the other end through his eye. That is the writer of the movie.
Oh, really?
Yeah, isn't that great? I just like that's
he's like, I'm gonna write a sex scene for me to be
in. That's Quentin Tarantino level stuff of like, oh, let's get Salma Hayek to use her bare leg to pour whiskey down into my mouth.
Yeah.
And then he's just like, oh, I just want to knock Amber Heard around a little.
It was such a funny line where he's just like, when Fichtner's like messing him up, he starts crying. He's like, why is everyone trying to hurt me?
Everyone's trying to hurt me today. Yeah, that's great. I thought that was cool. He like produced it too. He was a legit guy who just, I hope he shaved his head and like white trashed himself up, because usually screenwriters don't look like that guy.
Yeah. Well, that's like, I can never remember the guy's name, but you've seen Underworld, right?
Oh, the first one, yeah.
Yeah. So the big black dude who's the werewolf, he's the writer for Underworld.
You mean the lichen?
Yeah, the lichen.
Yeah, no, I saw the first one. I liked it quite a bit, but I got the point after that. I don't need to see a giant vampire war.
Yeah.
Anyway, so what do you think about that? It has a real Hellboy tone, I thought.
Actually, it's funny. I was going to say, part of me was like, man, this would make for a great TV series. And the continued adventures, right? And then immediately I was like thinking like, oh, they wouldn't make this into a TV series because you have the TV show Supernatural.
Yeah, there's a lot of TV shows like this, honestly. Like,
yeah,
Hell Come to Earth. Good versus Good v Evil is kind of like that. There was a cool one. I forget the title. So I won't bring it up. There's another one I sort of half remembered in the last 10 years. So it was a Fox show. Yeah, Jesus, Todd Gross is crushing it. Brimstone. That's the exact one I was trying to think of. Wow. Todd, can you come over to my house and just tell me what I should do and where I left my keys? Remind me to juice up the electric car. You're crushing it today, man. And I will tell him, Todd Gross, from me to you, I sent out my Christmas cards yesterday.
Oh, awesome.
So Todd was so funny last year. Every once in a while I say, hey, if anybody wants a Christmas card, give me your address. I'll mail you one. You get a Christmas card from Larry and Mimi and Walker. And so like weird people will go, yeah, I want one. And so I've traded a million messages with Todd but he's like, hey man, I'm just some dope on the internet. Can you send me one? I was like, fuck yeah, you're on the list, man. So that was last year. So this year's his first official one.
Oh, nice.
Yeah. and here's his response. Yay. So what okay, I could, if you're still eating, I can tell you everything I loved about this movie.
No, I just finished.
I loved well, do you need maybe floss your teeth or get some x-rays or something? I don't know. The yeah, Nicolas Cage, he's hit or miss with me, but when he hits, it's great. And you could put this one up with The Rock as far as I'm concerned. He's fantastic in that. The writing's amazing. Every bit of violence is like turned up to 11. And they put, I wish I remembered the actor's name. I forget. The writer actor's name / producer. He was really involved in that. Mike DeLuca produced it though too as well.
I saw that. Yeah, I saw his name on there.
So this movie has a pedigree, and you can tell, man. It's like they just went, hey, let's all have some 3D R-rated sex and violence fun.
Yeah,
and that's what it is for 2 hours. Fast cars,
I
demon.
was surprised by the amount of nudity that was in it. I was like, okay, that's a fun surprise.
It's the devil, man. Those titties are always out when the devil's
Yeah.
around.
And I mean, my favorite person in that movie was William Fichtner. Like, he
Absolutely.
he could be hit or miss with me sometimes with certain like roles or characters that he plays.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, because I
What's
mean,
one
like,
that didn't work? Because I love that guy.
I mean, maybe in the future it'll grow on me, but I wasn't too. I was excited. I was like really hyped when he was in the Lone Ranger movie.
Oh yeah.
But then his character, I was just like, it didn't really hit it for me, you know?
Yeah. You know what? I agree with you 100%. So don't go. Hey, maybe in the future, just go. It didn't work. Like because I love the Lone Ranger. I love
Yeah.
William Fichtner, and I swear to God, I forgot he was in that movie.
Yeah.
So to that, I can say his character in that didn't hit with me either.
Yeah.
Because although me not remembering something, and Todd Gross can say just today, not a big thing now. I remember to eat dinner before I sat down with you, so that was good. Sometimes I get in a funky mood because I don't have that food energy.
Oh, true.
So
You're the Snickers commercial.
yeah, I hate to say it, but yeah, I mean that's that's extreme, but I do feel like that sometimes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Or the popular
Anyway,
term that people like to use, hangry.
yeah, Mimi says that, and so much that I kind of don't like that term anymore. It's not, you know what it is? It's more of the Snickers thing. It's not that I get like angry because I'm hungry. I just get like irritated and at everything. And the solution is so simple that irritates me. I didn't think of it, you know? So it is like eat a Snickers bar, you'll be fine. And it's like, oh shit, you're right.
Yeah.
Like I should have Snickers, but like I'll have a nice prosciutto and melon or something, you know?
Oh, that sounds good.
But yeah, American Wagyu burger today with a little tequila spice. It was very good. And my I hope Chris is still here so he can hear me say I put a little Rufus Teague on my buns, my burger buns. It's a barbecue sauce that we can get locally here, and it has
Okay.
like 3 different flavors. So I just told everybody, this is my new favorite barbecue sauce, and I like the middle one, and there's like a weak one for children, and like nuclear one. I forget. I don't know what those 2 are called,
Yeah.
but mine is called Touch of Spice. You know, it's the middle one. So
That sounds good.
it's got a kick, but you know, it's not crazy. So Chris, who was over at the house, and like I've known this guy forever now online, but we started calling him Sagasag because it's hard to understand. You read his last name, and you don't know how to pronounce that, and especially I knew it was Filipino, and I'm like, I don't know. There's all kinds of weird inflections with Tagalog or whatever. I don't know. I just like Sagasag, and he's like, oh, that's not how you pronounce it. I go, so I wrote to him. I remember this very clearly. Hey man, how do you pronounce your last name? And he like made some joke. And I'm like, well, I'm just going to call you Sagasag forever. To the point where last San Diego, some friend of his came over, a Star Trek fan, Wendy Lee. I don't
Yeah.
know. And she goes, oh, you know, it's pronounced Seguisig. And I was like, I don't care. And she was like, what? And so then I went through that whole story. I was like, no, he's that forever because he didn't tell me how to pronounce his name. So anyway, he came over and hung out with me and Walker. And Walker was up for Thanksgiving, and we had some laughs. And I said something about Sagasag to Walker, and so Chris, like really kindly, he goes, "It's pronounced Seguisug." And I was like, "Wow!" Even when I was trying to say it correctly, it's like more of a U sound at the end instead of an I sound. So even when I was trying to say it correctly, I was saying it incorrectly. So now that I know how to say it, I still won't. I think Sagasag's hilarious. But I'll feel badly about it, you know, that I'm not.
Sagasag sounds more fun.
It's more of a nickname, right?
Yeah.
Easier to say. He's got his own thing. We're not confusing him with other various nephews and nieces and aunts and uncles who actually have Sugisug. Oh, see, God damn it, I can't even say it. That's what I say, right? Sagisug? I think I say Sagui with a W.
Yeah,
But now, okay, Sagisug.
you're trying to
But
make him. You're trying to make him an Italian Filipino.
I just don't know how to say it, man. That's all. But I am in good company. Me saying this incorrectly by accident, and then like obnoxiously so for the joke from now on, is just like Benedict Cumberbatch, who apparently can't say the word penguin. You
Oh
know?
yeah,
Do you know
that's
about this?
hilarious. Yeah, oh yeah, I've seen it. I've seen it and
He's,
heard it.
that movie? You didn't watch that penguin movie, did you?
No, no, I saw the clips because they
Oh,
were rolling
clips
the
of him
clips of
doing
him
it.
saying it.
He pronounces it penguin, so he's throwing a W in there. So I just threw a W in
Yeah,
there.
no,
Okay.
he's.
But
I think he's.
now I know. I'm
Yeah,
looking at it.
yeah.
Sug.
I think he's pronounced it like two different ways.
Yeah, it was. He threw like an L in there once and a W. He's stuck with penguins. Penguins? Yeah,
Yeah.
it's something like that. Yeah, that was hilarious. Anyway, I'll just put my Doctor Strange cap on. I mean, cape on when I'm saying it wrong. I think it's 5 different ways. That's what she said. All right. Anyway, it was cool having Chris over in the house for a change instead of just like meeting him somewhere and then having to leave really fast.
Yeah.
Which is what usually like, hey, Chris, love your jacket. Okay, see you, Val. See you in 10 minutes on the internet.
Nice.
So that was fun. We should do that. Why don't you come over to the house this weekend? I'm not doing anything.
Man, give me a plane ticket.
I think only people from Daly City are welcome in my house.
Yeah.
I didn't have to.
I'll surprise you one of these days.
Man, I think it's obnoxious that you and Marco have never been to San Diego.
Yeah.
So
Yeah, no, I mean, my goal is, if I make enough money, like the deal I made with Marco was because he gets the tickets. So the only thing we really need is just the airfare. The airfare I know he can get. I think the tough thing is just getting like a place to stay. And
yeah,
then
man, that whole thing's a mess. Oh, thank you for saying that. December 11th is the deadline for getting our hotel stuff in
oh, okay.
for the exhibitors. Yeah, man, it's a mess. San Diego's a mess. I don't understand how regular people go to that show.
Right.
I just don't. It's too hard. There's too much stuff, and you can't see the stuff you want to see because you're
Yeah.
standing in line for 8 hours for that one thing you get to do that day.
The one person I would love to like get an autograph from, I know he does San Diego Comic Con, and I think he also does WonderCon. I think he does WonderCon. J. Michael Straczynski.
Oh yeah,
yeah. He doesn't do a lot of conventions, but he'll do those because he lives in the area.
yeah.
And it's like, man, I would, that's one of those guys. Like, I'd love to get his, signature onto my book.
Cool. I have a Joe Straczynski story.
Yeah.
When we were on our honeymoon in 1996, Mimi and I were just driving around. We went to Area 51. It was awesome. And went to all kinds of cool little places. But when we were at Area 51, we had to make a decision. It was like kind of, we could go back to San Francisco or we could go to LA and then up the coast to San Francisco. It would add a couple of days onto our trip. But like, so we decided to go to LA. So we're at the Grand Canyon. It's 8 o'clock at night. And I think, holy shit, like Harlan Ellison told me if I'm ever in LA, just ring him up and we can have lunch. So this is perfect. So I call him up. I was like, Harlan, hey, this is Larry Young. I'm on my honeymoon. I'm going to be in LA tomorrow. Like, I wonder if we could take you and Susan out to lunch the day after. And he's like, Larry Young, what the hell are you calling me for? It's 8:30 at night. I just had open up bypass heart surgery. God damn it. What the fuck? Click. And I'm like, oh my God. I turn to Mimi and she's like, what's wrong? I was like, I pissed off Harlan somehow, man. He just, and she was like, don't worry about it. He's an old man. It could be anything. He said he just had surgery. Maybe he thought he told you and you're being unkind. It's just, don't worry about it. It's just a misunderstanding.
Yeah.
And don't let it ruin our fucking honeymoon, right? And I'm like, yeah, okay. And then we drove to LA, and the whole time I was kind of like mopey. But when we got to LA, I'm like, okay, all right, let's get going. That's awesome. So we got a hotel room in Universal City Studios Walk. So outside of it's just this cool place with it's a giant mall, but it's next to Universal. So there's lots of cool shit to do. And there's a giant tower of a hotel there. So we just stayed there and we're going to mess around with all that stuff. And, but this is 1996 in the old days. And so to get add to your email, you had to like plug your little wire into something, right?
Yeah.
So we've been driving around for a few days, and I was like really happy to get to the hotel. So I'd take a decent shower and check our email, right?
Yeah.
I checked my email, and there's like, I want to say thousands, but that's the hyperbole. There was easily 20, 25, 30 messages from science fiction big shots like David Gerald and Joe Straczynski and just fucking everybody, all saying, holy shit, Harlan wants to get in touch with you right now. It was all versions of that, right?
Yeah.
So I'm like, oh my God. I tell Mimi, and she goes, see, I told you it was a misunderstanding. And Harlan like got all his friends to email you because he doesn't have the email to call him. And I call him and he goes, I'm so sorry. I apologize so much. You woke me up. I did have surgery. But Larry Young, I know two Larry Youngs. And just being asleep, I thought you were the old guy that he was a producer on that show, The Starlost, that he did back in this TV thing. That was pretty bad experience, and that's why he was so angry. He was like, "Fuck that guy!" But then he wakes up and he tells Susan, and she goes, "Harlan, that's your friend in San Francisco, the young man that works with Brian Hibbs." And he's like, "Holy shit!" So now, instead of just having a nice lunch with him and Susan, his wife, he's like, you have to come to my house. I'm so sorry. This is your honeymoon. I'm going to make this a story. And he just treated us like we were like cousins from the old country.
That's
awesome. We toured out his house. And so when people say Harlan Ellison's an asshole, I'm like, no, sir, you are an asshole. Harlan Ellison is not an asshole. He's just,
you just don't know it.
Sometimes people rub you the wrong way, and that's maybe like, I get it.
That was my experience with Neil Adams.
Was it really? Yeah.
Yeah, like people would, when I worked with CBCS and like we were chatting and people talking about getting stuff signed, I'd have the occasional person come up to me. He's like, "Man, Neil's such a jerk, man." Or like, "Oh, he's an asshole," and I'm like, "Really?" And I'm like, "I've never had that experience with Neil. Like every time I've seen Neil, like he's always been kind, polite." Like, yeah, he might, be angry about a conversation or something like that. But, he never really, took it out on anybody around me when I was there. My favorite is Superman. He was complaining about Man of Steel. And he's like, Superman doesn't kill. Like even the Christopher Reeve movies. And I was like, I had just recently rewatched some of them, specifically Superman 2. And I turned to Neil. I was like, Neil, I do have to say, technically, Christopher Reeve Superman did kill, Zod in Superman 2. And he just stops and he just looks at me. And it's like there's this just quiet pause, maybe a good
thinking about
5-10 seconds, because he's thinking about it and he's like, whatever,
I love that people just kind of don't get that movie. The first one.
Yeah.
Hey, Neil Adams was nice to me and my nephew at SF Comic Con. Well, he's dead now, so make sure to say kind things.
Yeah.
Yeah. I don't think I have any Neil Adams stories. I almost had a Christine Adams story once, his daughter, but I had occasion to deal with them and I don't remember what it was. Okay. So it couldn't have been that bad. Because right. It's like, yeah, I'm sure that just went the way it should have, whatever that was. Anyway.
Fun fact, Neil Adams, all through his teens till when he passed away, cut his own hair.
Well, is that a fun fact or is that just something people do?
Fun fact. I mean, how many people cut their hair?
It would be a fun fact if you told me that the last movie you saw before he died was Drive Angry.
Yeah, yeah.
Yours is just a fact. It's not really fun. I don't know. Maybe I don't think it's a fun fact because I do that like every 3 days.
I can almost guarantee you there's probably people out there that have known him for years that probably don't even know that. And I just came across it by accident because I was always joking with him, and I was just like, hey Neil, I'm gonna work on my hair, get my hair to be as good as yours. And he'd look at me and he'd be like, it'll never happen, or impossible. And then because I would keep bringing up his hair because his hair looked great, and he was just like, he's like, not a lot of people know this, but he's like, I've been cutting my own hair since I was in high school. And I was like, what?
Cool. Wow. So now it's a fun fact because it's associated with you meeting him at some point and him telling you that to your face.
Yeah.
Well, there you go. That's now I feel badly.
No, it's okay.
Fact. No, that is a fun fact. I apologize, Randall. You're right. Now you have to tell us a fun fact about you so we can say Neil Adams and Randall Armstrong in the same sentence.
Oh gosh, fun fact about me?
Like that though, like you don't cut your own hair, do you?
I do cut my own hair.
Yeah, you trim your own beard,
but not well.
You trim your own beard, right?
Yeah. I just take the clippers and I just cut it off. That's
cutting your hair though, man.
Yeah.
I had so for 25 years, my barber was this guy Harry up the street until he retired. And he's this Vietnamese guy. And so one time I'm asking him, hey man, how'd you, obviously Harry is your Western name. Like, what's your Vietnamese name? And he told me, and he goes, oh, so I said, oh, that's why he said it's just Harry's easier to say, I guess. Right. And he goes, yeah, that's it. Exactly. Just like, white people don't know how to say our names. And I was like, well, so what made you choose Harry for your name? And he looked at me like I was a moron. And I was like, what? Do you see this coming? Because even now, I'm like, I think that's a legitimate question. But he like grabs his head and he goes, Harry, I'm a Bava. And I'm like, okay, all right, Harry. So the only I just brought that up because he was cutting my hair once, and I had my beard was out going like this, and he goes, I should trim your beard. And I was like, Harry, please, I'll take care of it. Like I've said this to you for years. You give me the haircut. I'll go home and match the beard to your hard work. It'll be, and I'll come in tomorrow and show you if you want, like that I'm not messing up your hard work. And like honestly, like even when he was cutting my hair, I didn't have a lot, so it's kind of a joke, right?
Yeah.
But I gotta keep this because this is the only thing people see. And he goes, I'm gonna do it, and I'm like, and so I'm sitting there and I'm like, well, what's the harm, right?
Right.
I'm like, go ahead, trim it. And he shaved all of my beard down to like 1/8 of an inch, and then left my mustache the way it was, but cut it like it was like this 1970s porn star thing. And it was horrible. And so I have to sit there and go, okay, cool. Yeah, okay. Thanks, Harry. Yeah, no, this is great. And I like just dried home like weeping, right? It's like 4 blocks. And I get home and I just shave the whole thing off. And I'm like, just start over. So like 6 weeks later, I have 6 weeks worth of beard. I come in to get my hair trimmed, and he goes, oh yeah. I was like, oh, what's wrong, Harry? He goes, well, I see you shaved your beard off to grow it back out. And when you left, I told my wife, yeah, that wasn't good. And I'm like, okay, so from now on, you're never gonna ask me to trim my beard. He goes, no. And then every time until he retired, he'd be on, I'll trim your beard, okay? And he'd like,
just joke.
No, thank you. So there's a fun fact. That level of fun fact.
Yeah.
Now give me a detail-rich fun fact story about you, about how you do your laundry, or we know what you have for dinner, and frankly, no one's impressed. But
okay. I wouldn't really say it's a fact. It's a belief. It's a belief. It's an idea. Okay, so I think, over the years, looking at me being a fan of like comics, specifically Superman, because I'm a Superman fan, I think I have a somewhat odd but deep connection to Superman.
Okay.
So like just like little things, like little signs, right? So my birthday is December 15th. I was born 1983. Superman came out in 1978, the Superman the movie, and it was released on December 15th.
Oh, okay. So you guys have a birthday.
There's that. Now, the year I was born is 1983, but if you flip the numbers, Superman came out in 1938.
Right.
Comics, right? And then growing up, a lot of people said that, I looked like Dean Cain, So I was like, okay, so there's Dean Cain, Superman.
You know, it's funny. I want to make fun of you, but I can kind of see that.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right.
And then one of my favorites, like when they announced Henry Cavill was Superman, part of me was like, I'm not familiar with this actor. I don't really know this guy, so I don't know how I feel about him taking on this role. And then I watched this Woody Allen movie, Whatever Works, because I'm a Larry David fan. And so I watch it, and Henry Cavill's in it. And when I was younger, and even now, still today, I would love the chance and opportunity to kind of like really learn and get into it, but like try to be an actor. And so Henry Cavill, his character is a young man who is an actor, and the name of his character in the movie is a name that I thought about using if I got into acting. And so,
oh yeah, Randall James, right?
Yep.
Yeah. See, I pay attention, man.
Yeah. So Randy James.
Randy James, right.
And so when I saw that, I was just like, what are the odds?
Yeah.
So I was like, this guy will be a good Superman. Like right then and there, I just knew, just that connection. And I was like,
he was a great Superman, and I get how people they have problems with the story, and that's one thing, but he was a great Superman.
I think more people would have been won over if they did like a proper sequel to Man of Steel. I think because of the studio, the whole jumping into trying to get Justice League going, it was like.
Agreed. Let's get this in from Todd, though. You're a far better person than the actual Dean Cain.
Thank you.
So,
thank you. And I have it all. I have it all the thanks to Dean Cain.
That's so sweet. I'm not even going to make a joke after that. you are a far better person than the actual Dean Cain, and you look more like Dean Cain now than Dean Cain does.
I mean, you know what? I got to meet him, I think, a year or 2 years ago, and I got my picture with him. So when I see him, yeah. And so when I saw the picture of me and him, like I'm like, he technically still looks better than me.
Well, I mean, he's a professional actor.
Yeah,
he's probably standing up straighter. You know what I mean? But on the other hand, you guys probably look related. It's like, hey, here's me and Uncle Dean. Hey,
especially when I had like better hair.
Yeah, didn't we all? Hey, so Drive Angry, is it just so good that we just are telling people to watch it? Because I literally don't want to talk about it because I don't want to ruin it for anybody. But if you haven't seen that movie, you really should watch it. It's very entertaining.
Well, I'm trying to figure out in my Nicolas Cage films that I love the ranking of it, right? It's not better than Face Off. I love Face Off.
See, I don't have a problem because Nicolas Cage movies below. Face Off sucks. It starts with a little kid getting shot in the fucking head.
Yeah.
Goodbye. Who cares? I saw it once when it came out in the theater, and I was really entertained by it. And then after I had a kid, I was like, man, everybody's talking about Face Off. I remember that was pretty funny, and I kind of like Broken Arrow better, which came out around the same time. But let's go watch that. And I just put it on, and it was like, I can't watch this. The second you have a kid, you're like, you can't watch movies where violent harm comes to little kids. And I don't watch stuff with kid protagonists because I don't care. There's no jeopardy. You can't injure.
Like no Stranger Things.
Well, yeah, it took me a long time to watch that. I enjoyed the first couple of seasons.
Yeah.
I'm kind of bummed about this latest one because they're tying it up They're tying it all up, and I don't remember a fucking thing that happened in those 4 seasons.
Really? Okay.
Yeah, I mean, somebody said, "Who's your favorite character?" And I realized I don't remember the names of the character. I remember Harbor as Hopper because that's close to his name,
Yeah.
and I remember Dustin because I love Dustin,
Yeah.
and I love Steve, but I also have a friend named Steve who I love, so that's easy to remember. And
Yeah.
I kind of think that the Steve that is yeah, it's true, man. Nobody remembers because it's been like 15 years since season 1 came out, and it's nobody's fault. It really isn't. But there's so much good content, and I have so many more responsibilities now that I don't have fucking 3 weeks to just binge it all when my wife is doing something else. I would rather finish Dark Winds season 3 or Palm Royale is fucking great. I love that. I don't really like soap operas, but that's the soapiest of soap operas, and the fucking Carol Burnett is the bad guy. How do you
Oh,
not?
yeah, it's the Kristen Wiig show, right?
Yeah. How do you not watch a show where Carol Burnett is the bad guy?
Yeah.
And like Allison Janney from West Wing is in it.
Oh,
Ricky,
she's great in everything.
Ricky, the singer, Ricky Iglesias, Ricky, I don't know, one of those guys.
Oh, Ricky Martin.
Ricky Martin.
Yeah.
He's in it. The Lowdown, Todd's right there. We finished that though, and the second it came out, I was like, I want 5 more years of this show.
Where's Lowdown streaming on? Is that Apple also?
I think that's Netflix.
Oh, okay.
Or,
speaking of which, I got Netflix again. It's been over a year since I've had Netflix, and I had to get it because of Stranger Things.
Gotcha. Yeah. Then I'll tell you some cool stuff to watch on Netflix.
Cool.
Yeah, watch Dark Winds. Dark Winds is fucking great.
Yeah.
Do you like the? Are you like? Well, I know you work too hard and you're taking care of your mom, so you're not about comfy clothes and murder shows on the couch. But
yeah. I mean, like I watch all my TV here in the room, usually like either laying in bed or sitting in this chair.
So yeah, so it's not like what show was I saying?
Dark Winds.
Dark Winds. Yeah, Lowdown's on Hulu. Todd said.
Okay.
So yeah. That's why I get kind of confused because Hulu is owned by Disney now. So there's stuff that you start watching on Hulu, but is also on Disney Plus. So I never know where anything is.
I have to finish Alien Earth.
Yeah, me too, by the way.
Yeah. And
let's put a pin in that and talk about why we haven't finished it later. But what are some other ones?
I really want to watch that new Ethan Hawke show, I think on FX.
Yeah, that's the Lowdown. That's the
Lowdown.
Yeah.
Okay.
Holy shit, is that show great.
Yeah.
That is great. It's like
the cousin to
I'll tell you what it is. It's the Rockford Files if Rockford was the Big Lebowski.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? He's just like kind of drunk and stupid, but bubbling through shit, but is full on detective style. It's great. Kyle MacLachlan's in it.
Justified. I was thinking Justified.
Yeah, Justified's a little more manly. The Lowdown's kind of like Justified is a guy doing what he was born to do.
Yeah.
And the Lowdown is a guy finding what he was born to do.
Yeah.
It's subtle, and you're right. The tone's very similar, but the reason for everything happening is completely different. So maybe, oh wow, I wish you had said that before. I would love to watch the Lowdown thinking it was just fucking slacker Justified.
Yeah. Like the crazy cousin, that Justified.
Yeah, that's perfect. Anyway, is there anything else you're enjoying before we get into this Alien Earth?
So Black Friday, of course, was recently, and of course Cyber Monday.
Yeah.
And I did something crazy last night.
Oh.
I spent about $123.
Jesus.
On the digital media.
Oh my god.
Well, first off, I'm a Kevin Smith fan. So
did you get Dogma?
Not yet. It doesn't release until the 9th.
Oh, okay. Thanks. I thought I was late.
And but I got because I don't have any of the Clerks films, so digitally. So they had this sale going on. I think it's like 5 movies for $15.
Jeez, that's good.
Air America was part of the list, so I bought that.
Wait, that's a Kevin Smith movie?
No. But I
Oh,
mean, I added that on top of the
I
Kevin Smith
gotcha.
movies that
Yeah,
I bought.
Air America. Okay, that's a good
Yeah.
flick. Yeah.
That would be pretty impressive if that was a Kevin Smith movie.
Right. He was like 14 or something when that movie came out.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But Clerks 2. No, I take that back. Not Clerks. Clerks 2, Clerks 3. His latest movie that he did, the 4:30 movie. And then what was the fourth one? Oh, Zack and Miri Make a Porno.
Oh yeah.
So I got those 4 and then added Air America to it. But since I ended up getting Clerks 2 and Clerks 3, I was like, hold on a second. I typed in Clerks 1 to see if it was on sale, which it was. But there was a bundle sale that it was in. So it was Jay and Silent Bob Strike Back and Clerks 1 for $8 together. So I was like, sweet. So I ended up getting all these Kevin Smith movies for, great prices.
That's cool.
And then, but the thing that really killed me was because I'm a fan of, cartoons, animated series. And there are some great Marvel cartoons growing up that I watched. There was the Spider-Man animated series from the 90s. 5 seasons. Each season was on sale for $8 a piece. One of my personal favorites is I'm sure you're familiar with Christopher Yost.
Yes.
So he was.
You just brought up Justified, right? Graham Yost is his dad, I'm pretty sure.
Oh, okay, cool.
Yeah.
Well, I think Yost is a fantastic writer. I've read some of his comics, and so it was great that like he's working on animated series, because I know he did Wolverine and the X-Men, but he also worked on my favorite version of the Avengers animated series. That version of Avengers the animated series is the equivalent of like Justice League and Justice League Unlimited. It's just top tier, like great writing, the story direction, the way it goes from season 1 and season 2. I love it. So I bought that. X-Men Evolution. There was 4 seasons, $8 a piece, and the Incredible Hulk animated series from the 90s, which I don't know. Are you familiar with who's the actor? He was in First Contact, small role.
Matthew McConaughey.
No.
David Morse.
No.
The dad. Who did he play, man? Give me a second.
He played Damien Dark in Arrow.
Oh yeah. Yeah.
Neil McDonough.
Neil McDonough, yeah.
Yeah. So Neil McDonough was the voice of Bruce Banner for the Hulk
animated. Cool.
Yeah. So I was like, oh, that's awesome, man. It was obviously early in his career too. So yeah, I mean, I'm a Hulk fan as well, so it's like got that animated series. So I got but you'll appreciate this one.
Also in Justified, Neil McDonough.
Right, yeah. You'll appreciate this. There was another bundle action movie set digitally, and I had to do a double take because I was like 25 movies, and I was like, because this was like 4 in the morning when I was like scrolling. Yeah, 4 in the morning. I'm kind of like half awake, and I look at it and I'm like, it's $8 for 25 movies,
yeah.
And in it is Midnight Run. So I now own a copy of Midnight Run.
Well, that's a sign, right? Should we watch it next week?
Yeah.
Maybe we'll talk about that like we're not talking about Drive Angry.
Yeah.
Now, let's put Todd's thing in here. He's absolutely right. The Lowdown reminds me of Elmore Leonard's works. So if you know Elmore Leonard at all, but I was a little more overt because they kept mentioning Jim Thompson all through it, and so I'm like, I think it's more overtly a thing for Jim Thompson, but I wouldn't argue. And so I got Walker. I got Walker into it, and so I dropped it. I have, I don't know, maybe 8 or 9 Thompson novels.
Nice.
Getaway, Population 1280, Grifters. Anyway, I just dropped them all on Walker, and he was like, I have midterm. I mean, I have finals in 2 weeks. And I'm like, well, I'll leave them here and you read them at Christmas. And so that's cool.
Nice.
So yeah, I do want to nod to Drive Angry because I think that movie's incredible.
Yeah.
I kind of don't want to talk about it. I just want all my friends to watch it.
Oh, we got to at least mention, honorable mention Tom Atkins.
Okay, who's that? Tom Atkins.
Oh, so Tom Atkins, he was the old guy, the in charge of the sheriffs or the police, the captain. He was the captain, I think.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah.
Where's he from? Because he looked real familiar to me.
Yeah. So he's like known for doing like horror films. He was the
Oh,
lead in Halloween 3.
that's why I don't know.
Yeah. Was it Night of the Creeps? I think he was in that one.
He's definitely in something I've seen because he looked familiar. Yeah, I don't know.
Yeah, but I mean, I like the scene where
He was great.
Yeah, he meets the accountant, and he does that little trick, and then shows the FBI badge, and he's like, "There's no fucking way that you're an FBI agent."
Then he looks at it close. He's like, "Oh, all right."
Like, all right.
He has one of the best lines in the movie. He's like, "When I tell you to shoot their tires, what I really mean is to shoot them in the head."
Yeah.
And then at the end of the scene, he's like, "All right, boys, shoot the tires."
Yeah.
The way he says it, I'm like, "All right, that's pretty good."
No, they set him up. They set him up pretty good in that movie.
I think everybody with a little scene like that is killer, though, and I don't. One of the reasons I don't really have anything to say about it is because I don't have any background in horror movies at all, and that's you have to say that's a horror movie, but it kind of isn't. It just, to me, it's like every 1970s fast car movie with a supernatural bent, and people get their legs blown off and their heads chopped off and shit like that. But it's not. It's kind of cartoonish violence, right?
Yeah.
So like, because Fichtner breaks the bat and jams him in the side and puts it through his eye.
Yeah.
That's hilarious. That's not really going to happen. So I don't really find that horrific. I find it hilarious,
Yeah. It's a very thin line because the gore that they have in it, right?
Mm-hmm.
The amount of blood, the gore, it's reminiscent of like it could be like an action horror, but it wasn't scary at all. So it's like horror themed, like it's in that realm, mainly because of the supernatural element and then the gore. So that's the only thing that I think if anybody wanted to tie it in with the horror genre, it's a very thin line.
Well, I mean, obviously it is, but the tone of it is kind of reminded me of Return of the Living Dead, where there's gross shit happening, but there's kind of a wink. It's like whenever he shoots the guy in the leg, and in the beginning, right? He's kind of leaning.
Oh yeah,
trying to get info out of him, and they do this, and they do it later when the guy with the Elvis hair in the church that the accountant goes and like, "Hey, he shot me in the knee." They do these like lingering close-ups on this stuff, and it doesn't look like gross to me. It looks like they're going, "Look at the impressive special effects that we've done. This makeup is just great." And then look, you can press on it and blood comes up. That looks real, doesn't it? It doesn't look like, "Oh my God, is that guy okay?"
Right.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It looks like, all right, it's just this kind of movie,
Yeah.
And so that's why I really like this movie. And all the grossness is in service of something that's super charming. That like even death isn't going to stop a father's love, right?
Yeah.
And that he can't do anything, but he can save his what's left of his family, right?
Yeah.
And so like it's just so fucking charming and based on good wishes, and you root for him immediately, even though you don't really know what's going on yet.
Yeah.
You're like, well, this guy's been wronged in a major way because, it's Nicolas Cage. He's not going to just do this for the hell of it. Although, who knows, right?
There was one scene I had to do a rewind on, just because, like, when I looked at Nicolas Cage's face, I was like, something seems off. And because it's in the beginning of the movie where he's getting the ride with Amber Heard, and so when he runs into her, he's like, "Oh, you need some help?" He's like, "I'll help you if you can give me a ride." And so when you look closely at his face, the hair just kind of looks thin, like kind of short, like stubble, basically, right?
Okay.
And then, so he's in the car. When he gets out of the car, all of a sudden, it almost looks like a full goatee, almost like it's like grown in. It's thicker,
I
And I'm
didn't.
just like thinking like, whoa, that's a heck of a car ride for him to go from like, the thin hair to like all of a
Yeah,
sudden like a full like,
I didn't notice that.
no,
I'd spot him that one though. It's like the light's different or whatever, right?
yeah, yeah,
I don't know. All right. Well, that's exactly an hour. Why don't we call this?
yeah, yeah.
And
So what's
midnight
the
run,
next
right?
movie? Midnight Run?
Yeah, you want?
Yeah,
It's really good. What did you
yeah.
think of this one? Can you like sum it up? Because I
Drive
fucking
Angry?
yeah.
Oh, sum it up here. I
I
mean,
mean, did you like it? Is like
I did like it. I did like it. I mean, like I love Nicolas Cage. I've been a fan of his for a long time. I don't think it's in my top 5 Nicolas Cage movies.
oh yeah, you were
Um,
starting with that.
maybe top 10, maybe top 10. Um,
Just that you have a top 10. I have like The Rock and this, and that's what
yeah,
what else? What's in your top 5? What are some other movies?
for Nicolas Cage.
Yeah, you
Okay,
said Face Off.
yeah, Face Off.
Yeah, no one's gonna argue that. Sure.
Yeah, The Rock, Raising Arizona.
Okay, yeah, that's good.
You know, trying to. There's been. Oh, I mean, maybe Gone in 60 Seconds.
Oh, yeah, that's a good one.
Yeah, I really like that
Yeah, I
one.
agree with all that, but I don't own a one of those. And
No,
except I was so excited to talk about this movie. I thought we were going to do it yesterday.
yeah,
But so I instead of feeling like an idiot, I bought 3 copies of that to give away for to give as gifts for Christmas.
oh,
Because I'm
nice.
like, so that's how much I like that movie. So I really, if you are one of the, got one for me, of course. I'm like, why is this not
Yeah,
in my collection? And then I got a couple for 2 of my friends, and so I can go. Just here's a Nicolas Cage movie. I think you should see it.
yeah,
And one of them, his wife's not going to like it, but that's okay. That's what he gets for being religious.
yeah, oh, yeah, yeah.
I love that they were like, yeah, the devil, man. He's a good guy. He's just doing his job.
Do you
Yeah,
like? Do you
but
like Top?
the best line is like, yeah. I wish they just did this child sacrifice thing. He doesn't like that. That annoys him.
Yeah, yeah, yeah,
Like I think that's great. It's so evil that like humans came up with that one.
yeah,
Right?
yeah.
It's like the devil's like, don't do
Well,
that in my name, man. That's not right.
there's that, and there's that great like monologue with the Nicolas Cage when he's like, it's not the burning, it's not the fire
Oh yeah.
that bothers me. It's that you see all your loved ones, or you see all the people that matter to you in pain and in
Yeah.
hurting, and you're just watching it and watching it. He's like, that's what kills me.
I think that's awesome that it's not the pain that you have suffered because you can deal with that. It's the
Yeah,
pain that your loved ones are suffering. I'm like, man, this is a really good movie. I like this movie.
yeah, yeah.
And there's all the boobies and there's all the fast cars and
Oh
explosions.
man.
And William
Speaking,
Fichtner, I love his character because I try to put a character like that in all the stuff I do, and it's all the stuff that I love, like Han Solo's this character. It's
yeah,
just in everything, there's like a guy who's in a different movie than everybody else. Like the main movie's doing its own thing, and then there's a guy who comes in and has this one little bit, but then goes off, and you realize that character, you could just follow them into their own set of 3 movies.
yeah,
You
yeah. I
know?
mean, I've always liked essentially his character, the accountant. He's basically like just death, right? He's like,
Yeah.
he pulls people over to, and
Well, he's his own thing. They did it with funny little asides, like Milton calls him Anubis one time, which is the Egyptian god of the underworld,
yeah,
and then they call him Wotan, which is like Odin. It's more a Germanic sort of like. I just love that. It's just like, yeah, he's all of those guys to all of that culture.
yeah, yeah,
But so then I just love it that it's William Fichtner from Armageddon going, I like to shake the hand of the Donovan bravest man I ever met.
yeah,
And it's like, yeah, that's the guy I want coming to get me when I die. Like Larry did a great job, but we need you back in the afterlife here now.
yeah.
It's over, man. Like,
I
all
was
right, William Fichtner, I'll go with you. That's cool. Don't shoot my friends.
I was actually hoping, because I mean, it's always going to be like certain small parts that he does in certain films where he stands out. So like Dark Knight, you know, like he had in the
Yeah.
beginning of the film. So part of me was just like, man, I hope we see more of him later in the film. And that
Oh,
was it.
that's it.
He's like, so you and your friends are dead.
I
You know?
love that guy.
Yeah.
All right. Well, what took you so long to watch this movie, man? Did you just not know about it?
No, so I remember when they played this trailer, you
Huh?
know, in the movies, and immediately I was like, I want to see this. And it was just another one of those films that I wanted to see that I just never got around to watching
Yeah.
it, you know?
Sometimes that happens. Much
So
like next week's Midnight Run, right?
yeah, yeah. I'll have
All
to give
right.
like a new list of like some of the new movies that I just bought.
Yeah, yeah.
Because like, dude, there's like a good number of action movies in that new one that I bought that I'm like, oh, I haven't seen that
Excellent.
one. You know, like the Northman with
Oh, yeah.
you
Northman's
see,
great.
obviously you've seen it because
Yeah, I saw it when it came out. That movie's great.
yeah,
Yeah, I went through this thing where I watched The Northman, Sisu. Just there was a whole bunch of like Scandinavian death movies I watched for. I was like, well, I don't dig their heavy metal music, but I
yeah,
enjoy their films.
yeah.
I just need like World War II planes blowing up or something. I don't care about.
Yeah. Oh, please, have you seen Overlord?
Not yet, but that's
Okay.
on my list. Yeah, yeah.
Kurt Russell's son. He's in that one.
Oh, Wyatt, yeah.
Yeah.
Mike Mignola loves that movie, so
Oh,
like a while ago when that movie came out, he wrote about it. I was like, oh, that's on my list. I gotta
yeah.
watch that.
Dude, supernatural World War II stories. That's awesome. I love it. You know,
What's
like there
not
should
to
be more
like?
of it.
Yeah. All right,
But
man.
anyways,
Let's wind it
what
up.
what took me so long to watch Drive Angry?
Someday somebody's gonna answer. Like your mom will stick her head in and go, "Well, he was doing the laundry for me. Shut up." Anyway. All right. See you next Tuesday, right? No,
Wednesday?
Wednesday. All right. Thanks, Chris. And thanks, Todd, for bailing me out, man. Like your human Alzheimer's medicine. Thank you. And yeah, we'll see you guys next week, right?
Yep.